If you are a teacher or a parent of children under 4 and you are honestly confronted by this nagging behavior, whining, the way you respond to that whining can reinforce and help the child continue whining and escalate the behavior, or you can break it. Let's face it, many times we accidentally reinforce the behavior without knowing. I have been a victim, and I have done it maybe over and over again, and we end up making it worse. Hi, my name is Margaret Jeroge, and I have been an early childhood educator for many years. And you can bet I have dealt with this behavior for so many years. And in this video, I will show you how you can stop and eliminate that behavior so that you can create a moment of a win-win for your child and yourself. But first, go ahead and subscribe if you're finding these videos valuable to you. A disclaimer: in child's defense, children are just starting to interact with the world around them, and they have no idea of what is right and what is not acceptable. And so they are experimenting and they repeat what has worked in the past. So if the child has been whining and they get what they want, now they know whining works. It really does, because they whine, they get it. Our job as teachers, parents, caregivers is to teach, train, and coach them and repeat it again to help our children to learn the acceptable ways of interacting. Children are so intelligent. They know when to start whining. Those pressure times when you have to do something and they start whining with something totally different from whatever it is that is norm about that time. For example, you are a teacher during a group meeting and this child starts whining. Of course they're going to disrupt the whole group. You are a parent and you are rushing through dinner, or you are rushing through in the morning, and as soon as you're getting everything in the car, the child starts whining. Most of the time, what do? We just give in because we crave peace. I will just give it and I keep peace. Unfortunately, what that teaches, we just tell them, oh, when I whine and I whine a little longer, my mom, my babysitter, or the teacher will get angry and frustrated, and they will give me what I want. That is the message. So we honestly end up giving counter messages. I will show you 3 things that you can do. Normally, there are 2 scenarios. And I know you just maybe look back and you see there are 2 scenarios. The first scenario is when the child asks for something calm, and then it progresses to whining, right? And it is that progression that gives us the nags, and therefore we give in. The other one is the child just goes straight to whining. So what can we do honestly to curb that? Now, if the child start by calm asking before they progress to whining, our job is to acknowledge that and ask ourselves 2 things. Can I be able to give right now what my child is asking? And if yes, go right away and give them. If it is not, and it is something that can wait, or you can be able to do it right away, acknowledge the need, then explain to the child the timeline of when you are willing to do that, or rather, when and how you are going to do that. For example, you are a teacher in the group meeting, of course you are doing your circle time and the child start whining. You can explain to them, oh, I notice you want this. I will give you this after I'm done reading the story, and then with this, sing the song, then I can give it to you. If the child continues, then you repeat the same statement and you stick to still in that same. You give the instructions simple, clear, and specific. You tell them, I will give you when I'm done reading the story, sing the song, and this. Then immediately figure out a way to engage them so that they can pivot away from that behavior that they have. The second thing, after you are done with what you had taught them, make sure that at least you honor the promise, because that was a promise. If you had told them you're going to do that after this 1, 2, 3, then make sure that you do that. Do not give in. Because when you give in, you just told them that your statements are not actually valid or variable. You just breach the trust. You're helping the child know that your words are trustworthy, and when you say them, you get there. But also remember to engage them. When you engage them, you allow them to pivot from whatever the original problem was, reminding them that whining is not going to give them what they want. You are making and maintaining a healthy boundary. Now, the one which is so tricky is when the child goes straight to whining. What you do, you stop everything you are doing, get to their level, acknowledge what it is that they are expressing, but address how they are doing it. Let them know, I notice you need something, but can you repeat what you said with your normal voice? And if you want to know the tone to use, this is the video to check how important the tone of our voice is. And then you allow them to speak it to you in the classroom. I tell them, my goodness, I'm trying so hard to understand what you're saying, but I can't. Could you speak with your normal voice? When I'm at their eye level. And if they look around, sometimes I give them words, but I don't give them words directly. I tell them, my friend, when they wanted this is what they said. Would you like to try that? And so they will try that. Then I have to give whatever it is that I need to give immediately. I have to give them that time because I need to stop this behavior immediately. Now, sometimes there is nothing you can do because there's something that you can't. You still now go back, you pivot. After they speak to you, reinforce and let them know, oh, now I can understand what you wanted. And now let's figure out how we can get it. You give them a timeline in terms of those little events. For example, it's a snack they wanted at home. You can tell them, after I'm done this and this, then I'll give you snack. And now you help the child pivot from that thought by engaging them into something else, most preferably something they get excited about. This is the age they want to help. Within reason, then of course the waiting period is not going to be too much. There will be tolerant to waiting. I think most of the time the mistake we do is to use the don'ts or stop doing that or you're not going to get it. We try to explain things to them which they cannot understand. Most of them don't have the language to express exactly what they need, and we don't want to push them into frustration or calling them out of a bad behavior because they want to be nice and they don't know how, because there is this propensity of this need that they have and they have to express it. Again, our job is to teach, to train, and to coach, and then repeat over and over again. When you do that, you have created and maintained the boundaries that they so desperately need. In this video, I have talked about how you explain to them the expected behavior so that they know what it is expected of them. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to subscribe and let me know how you have handled this kind of behavior. See you in the next video.